welcome to Raith TV. How's things?
Yeah, good. Been a productive week. Good bit of training in. So yeah, the boys are in. They're in good spirits. We've got a good amount of work in this week.
It's 2 back-to-back away games here. We're going away to Pre-Greenock Morton on Saturday after a trip to Firhill, Partick Thistle. How are you feeling going into this game?
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, we've had Ayr United away as well. It's I suppose no game's easy in this league, but especially when you're away from home, and Capello, a notorious hard place to go and play. So yeah, it's a difficult game, but one that we're really looking forward to.
Do you have to change any preparation when you're going from artificial surface at Starts Park to playing on grass, or do you just like to try and keep things as consistent as possible?
Well, I think there's an argument you could go to, if you're playing grass at the weekend, you go and train on grass for 3-4 days, and then you're playing grass at the weekend, then the next game week you're back on the AstroTurf. I think jumping from surface to surface can actually cause injury. Mm-hmm. So I just try and stay in our pitch as much as we can, and when we go and have to play on grass, we play on it. So it minimises the amount of switching from surfaces, and for me, I believe that the more consistent a surface you get on, the better your injury record is. Yeah,
when you look at the squad as well, we've added a few players to the squad over the last couple of weeks. That must be a big boost for yourself, and probably gives you a little bit of a headache when it comes to selecting a team.
Well, it definitely does, and that's what I said to the players there. Since I've been here, it's the hardest for me to make selection. It really is, especially now that Hamilton's coming back up to speed. He's really starting to look like the player that we knew it would take him a while. I know Louis missed a bit there at pre-season, but he's really starting to come back into his fitness, and he looks good, and he's been training for a while. Yeah, and we've got the big Dara, who's been injured, but he's come back in and he's training. So yeah, I've got a big selection. I've got a lot of players to choose from for the first time since I've been here, so that's a pleasing factor. And yeah, as I said, it's competition for places, but they're good with that. They know that, they understand it, and the competition helps everyone. It helps the players that are play well to stay in. If they're not playing well, the next player will come in, and they're all pushing in the same direction, because at the end of the day we all want to achieve the same things.
And of course, from last week's the conversations after last week's result and performance was that the change in shape, change in formation made a difference, and was able to we got the 2 goals back into the game. But it shows that this squad has so many different aspects to them in which they can change and move around, and that must be really pleasing from yourself as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a structural change we did, and if you watch us, you see plenty of us, we're not really fixed on a 3 or a 4. We like to flip out and out of systems, if you like. You could maybe start with a 3 and then you flip to a 4, or yeah, but we've done that a lot more than people probably realise when they've watched this. So it wasn't nothing new to the players. So yeah, I think it was a 12 minutes that frustrated us all when we look back on it. And yeah, you've got to speak about it and look at it, but sometimes it's you've got to remember there was another 75 minutes where you're probably the most dominant team, the team that was going to score goals. You come back to fight to win, to get to 2 each. You're a team on the ascendancy. You're a team that doesn't get a Stonewall penalty to go up 3-2. I mean, you've got to look at all these things as well. So that was part of it as well. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And you need to be flexible in this league. You've got to be bright, you've got to be smart. You're playing against good coaches, good teams. So yeah, if we need to change things, we will.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about this league and what it takes. When you first came through the door here, the Championship was maybe a league that you weren't too familiar with. But now, I think you've probably managed the team at almost every ground away from Starts Park. Coming up for that now, we've been away to Capello before. You know what to expect, and we see the league as tight as it is. So how are you setting up and preparing for tomorrow's big game?
Well, just we'll be organised as we normally are, and we need to try and pick the right areas to the weaknesses in Morton team. But they're a good side. They're well structured. They've played a couple of systems this year. They've mixed and matched. We're prepared for all eventualities, whether they play a 4-diamond-2, a 4-2-3-1, whether they go to a back 5. We're pretty structured and know what to do in each scenario. So yeah, we have to focus. Listen, we know it's a really good side. They're a well coached side, good organised side, difficult place to go. They've done really well. So yeah, this is one of your toughest away games, and I've told the players that. They know that, they understand that.
And you look at your backroom staff, and we've talked a little bit about it, but the analysis that goes on, it's a huge part of the game now. And I suppose with every week that passes by in a new season, it's another week and another a way of having ability to watch an opposition. So does that help as well when you start to see teams that are 4 or 5 games into the season now, where you can have a good look at them and see what systems and things they play?
Yeah, I think so, but I also think there's a lot of games in the Championship where you can overthink it. I think sometimes the game can become really fast, it can become a bit direct, it can, and against every team. I mean, some teams maybe start to play and then they get a bit under pressure, they maybe start to go long. You can get a lot of games like that. The weather can dictate games in the Championship, so you can get all sorts of different types in the one game. So we want to be a team that's prepared for all eventualities, and we try and prepare for that. And listen, this is a difficult game, but as I said, it is one that we're really looking forward to as well.
Right, well, looking forward to it. All the very best for tomorrow.
Thank you.